2. To Charlie, waiting at the exit, it seemed to take about as long for Malcolm to get his car out of the multi-storey over the road from Tesco as it would to get the country out of the common market. But having little real alternative, he turned up in the end and drove the two of them through the outskirts on a good old rainy Welsh afternoon. They passed the ruins of the castle, and not long afterwards the ruins of the copper smeltery. Here and there were conical knolls covered with grass and even supporting bushes or young trees, the overgrown spoil heaps of long-vanished collieries. The road led upwards beside the waters of the Ewan, and the walls of the valley began to rise, with bigger hills fuzzily in view further off. Then, just as some sort of countryside seemed about to come into sight, human habitations reappeared, shops, offices, pubs too, all quite as grimy as when the air was thick with coal dust. "Here we are," said Malcolm, steering round a corner. "Or are we? I can't see any." "What's the trouble?" asked Charlie, ducking and peering. "It just says streets where the Picton sign used to be." "Streets? What are they talking about?" "Let's have a look." Malcolm parked outside a lilac-painted boutique, on a site Charlie was nearly sure had once been occupied by a Marxist bookshop, only that would have been a bit too good to be true. Everywhere else was apparently selling either electronic equipment or large steak witches and jacket potatoes with cheese and onion topping. A man's voice crying the Evening Post might have been from another world. As they walked the needful not very many yards, huddled up against the thin rain, Malcolm spoke to Charlie, who for the second time in less than 2 hours had the experience of being addressed with 100% unintelligibility by someone who had been making perfect sense a moment before. "I'm sorry, Malcolm. I must be going round the bend. I couldn't follow a single word of that. Could you try again?" "My fault," said Malcolm, blushing a good deal. "It was supposed to be your friend Cassivalonis Pugh asking about General Picton. I mean, I didn't hear him, but I assume he had an American accent. I'm afraid I can't."